This assessment asks us to calculate the formal charge on the indicated atom. As a reminder, our equation for formal charge is the number of valence electrons an element wants in its neutral ground state configuration, minus half of all the bonding electrons, minus all of the non-bonding electrons. The non-bonding electrons are the lone pair electrons on an element. When I calculate formal charge, I like to use a mnemonic that helps me remember the formula a little bit better. I like to use the calculation for formal charge is wants minus owns. What does that mean? Wants is the number of valence electrons that an element wants in its neutral ground state configuration. Owns is what we have up here, half of the bonding electrons and all of the non-bonding electrons. For oxygen then, in this molecule, oxygen wants 6 electrons in its neutral ground state configuration, 6 valence electrons. This oxygen in this molecule is involved in 3 bonds. Each of those bonds has 2 electrons each. That's a total of 6 bonding electrons, so it owns half of those. It owns half of those 6 bonding electrons. And it owns all of the non-bonding electrons. There's 1 lone pair on oxygen, so we have 1 lone pair, so we have 2 non-bonding electrons. That means for oxygen, the formal charge on this oxygen is 6 minus 3 minus 2. Oxygen has a positive 1 formal charge. We can indicate that by putting a positive charge on this Lewis structure.